I feel like it's been a while since we've done a showcase on the channel, I don't know why. Today we have a real special one for you because we have Celia, the Ice Witch, or I guess the Ascended Ice Witch, right? But if you guys don't know anything about Celia, let me explain her to you real quick. One of the big things about Celia is that she has this ability here called the Abridged Version. This is able to give all human units 100% status element res. Now this doesn't make you necessarily immune to these status effects, but it does make you highly resistant to them. Because of course, a boss can lower your resist and make it to where they're able to burn you and all that other stuff. But on top of all this, one of the cool things about Celia is that she has this art here, where she's able to use it and increase all allies' art gauge by 100 for the very first time. True Grim Stella True Lie gives you 150 art gauge as soon as you load into the quest. So the theory is that you load into the quest, use your art. As soon as you use your art, you're going to have 150 arts. Maybe you have someone else on the team or you have an equip on her that's going to give her a bit more art gauge. You go into the true art, start art training, and there you go. But that's just a game theory. After you have all that going, you can use the super art just for like major burst damage here. You know, the freeze is nice, but I don't think you're really going to be getting freezing off 24/7 just because how stats effects are. I really wish stats effects were more apparent at in-game and stuff, but they just aren't. In terms of what I recommend running on her, I do highly recommend that you run the true weapon. This because of the 150 art gauge. This helps out in sustain. This helps out in nukes. You're always going to have it, and it's going to be incredible. I don't think you even have to max LB it. As you see here, I don't have it max LB. I will eventually do this, but yeah, it's just perfectly fine as it is because of this right here. I do highly recommend that you go with some type of 5-star defense that is able to give you paralysis res, burn res, or something else. Yes, she already has 100%, but being able to specialize in a certain status effect resist is going to be very good for your team, because let's say you fight against, I don't know, Ifrit, right? And Ifrit has all the burning. Well, if you use Little Red Riding Mirror, there is no way theoretically that your team should be burned, but if they do, you know, hopefully you have some type of cleanse on the team just in case. As for the 4-star magic, it's really whatever you got. If you want to know what I have on her, it is the Peace Rod. This is from Grand Crusade. It is a fusion equip. It gives her 24 art gauge. It gives her some more attack and a little bit of damage here. Unfortunately, it does not have any crest effect on it, but I don't really need that just because I'm using it for everything else. In terms of the crest effects, I would personally go art gauge and equip CT. I don't really want to say attack up because I don't think she's going to be a very hard-hitting character at all. I mean, she's going to definitely deal okay damage, but she's not going to be someone like Saitama, for an example, or if we're running her a mono water, you know, I don't think she's going to compete with like Ultra Paladin Roy's damage or, you know, any of the other hard-hitting mono water characters. So this isn't necessarily a complete mono water team, but, you know, this just give you an example that she can be used alongside any human character in the game. We are using Chloe here just because she's kind of like another, you know, human support. We're going to be able to use the art here, and also with this unit here, she kind of helps fix one of Chloe's main weaknesses, which is her being very slow in the very beginning. So being able to combine her with, you know, someone else is very good. Also, if you see this, she's able to increase all ally stats element resist by 100%. So you best believe if you got Celia and you got Chloe alongside each other, their stats res does stack. So your team could have 100% stats res right out the gate, or my bad, 200% stats res right out the gate like it's nothing. And we have so much art generation on this team, it's not even funny. Now, it would be insane if one day we do see a unit come out where they give us faint res, which I just doubt that's going to be a thing. The reason why they don't do it, by the way, is these characters are pretty dumb already. And imagine if, for an example, you made it to where the boss couldn't even do mechanics against you. Because if you make it to where you can't be fainted, then these bosses, like threshold mechanics, aren't even going to be a thing unless they just make it to where you hit for ones here. Which definitely, you know, makes me want to ask the question of why is it that GS is so against status effects being good? You already see how crazy these units are, so why is it like such a big deal that status effects, if status effects are good? We have more pressing issues at hand in this game, apart from just, oh man, we can't make status effects too good, that'd be way too broken. I really hope one day that they do kind of dial it back with the status effect stuff, especially for like later bosses, because I would love it so much if we just had it to where units actually were able to use majority of their kit. Make it to where characters can only use status effects in like certain stages or something like that. I don't think is absolutely terrible, but it should be definitely more apparent, especially at endgame. Being able to go crazy with like all the different stats effects, like Makoto, for an example, or Shizu, being able to have like the burns and all that. Or even like, you know, this new Celia. She wants the opponent to be frozen or to get like the crazy amount of super crit. I think it'd be cool to be able to have that be a main thing in the game and have to actually play around stats effects or build teams around stats effects. You know, just to kind of change it up. Because right now, it's just, you know, throw a bunch of raw damage at a fight, and that's gonna be enough for you in most cases. Also, am I dead here? Okay, I shouldn't be, right? Chloe? Maybe? Am I dead? Oh, Ultimate Paladin Roy is dead. But that was all of our damage. I hate to be that guy, but that was our damage carry right there. Also, how long am I fainted for? Okay, there we go. We're back. Well, actually, one thing we can do is just check out the damage and stuff. I mean, and look, you know, Celia really isn't going to be dealing too much DPS, or, you know, even with recovery, you know, it's just going to be all summer Chloe. I really wish we could see how many times she prevented us from getting inflicted by disease, because that's one of the big things about this boss, is that he inflicts you with disease. Because if we prevented that, like, let's say 10 times, then that's pretty freaking good. I really wish I was further in the mines, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man, I haven't played at all when it comes to this. I need to, because I'm gonna be able to get a lot of crystals before all these crossovers come. Now, another thing about this character that's really nice is the same reason why people love Ultimate Paladin Roy with his Phantom Bullet. That 100 Arcage to everyone is massive. Just say we wanted to nuke with Hero Saitama. Here's a team. We got some attack up. We got crazy amounts of crit damage up. We have Celia to give us the Archon. And of course, you have Saitama. Now, if we take this into any old fight, you know, in the game, and look, instantly Celia has the 100 Arcage. And then what we can do is we can flick up right here. We can go like that, get the crit chance and everything online, instantly pop off with that. And look at that. Hoka already has his super art instantaneously, okay? And then we go with this and this, and then look at that. He has his super art. We go like that. We go like that. And then we pop off with the true art here with Celia, because, I mean, why not? We ain't got nothing else to do. And then we use the super art there, and you see instantly taking him all the way down to this threshold here. I mean, I could literally load in with Celia right now in co-op and show you, you know, just how good this is, because this is another thing too, and it may influence some of you guys to actually use her in co-op and possibly even, you know, make her somewhat of a luck unit because of that 100 Arcage. And we'll just join a random multiplayer lobby and supercharge whoever. Let's see. Oh, well, I would do that, but I was hoping to show it off against a different quest than just what was there. But all right then. Well, you know, we probably gonna have to cut this short. But you guys get the point. Celia is a great character. She's very good, but I don't think she's necessarily extremely broken. I don't think she's necessarily bad. I don't think she's necessarily extremely broken, though just a very good character to have. Whenever you have units like this that give you this 100% status resist for all human allies is insane for literally any team out there. You could just throw her on the team just cuz. But yeah, that is going to be it for this one. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I wish she got an SP art, but she didn't, unfortunately, so it is what it is. You guys let me know down below in the comment section if you like this unit, if you don't, if you think she's cool, if you think she's whatever. Please let me know all that sort of stuff down below in the comment section. Either way, thank you all so much for hanging out, and last but not least, you guys already know, don't forget to drink water.